Hello everyone. In this video, I want to teach you how to create a custom IP. First of all, you have to create project. You have to choose a name for that. RTL project, don't specify resources at this time. And then select the boards. The target board for our project are Zibo board, Okay, after the project has been created, go to the Tools menu and then create and package new IP. Then select Next. Between different options, you have to choose Create a new access preferral. Here you have to choose a name for that. The version could be also optional. If you have different version of that IP, you could change the version to a new version. And then the description, which is, for example, BRAM Custom IP. And if you already have the same IP, you could use overwrite existing if you want to apply new changes. Okay, and then choose the next one. As you could see, the warning has been generated here that the IP already exists, so I have to choose overwrite existing. Okay, left the options unchanged. And because we want to edit the IP, you should choose the edit IP and then finish. Okay, as you could see here, two different Verilog module has been created here. If you go to the setting, you could see that the target language is Verilog. If you are familiar with the VHDL coding, you have to choose VHDL before starting creating the new IP. After completing all the steps, as you could see here, two Verilog code has been generated, one with the index of S00 and another without any index, but with the name that you have chosen and with the version, the optional version that I told you before. Okay, after that you have to add a special module, the FSM module that you already written for this example. Choose add file, and I put the module on this desktop, so I will go to the desktop and find it. Sorry. Okay, I will choose the RAM read write module, and then you have to choose copy source into IP directory, or scan and add RTL includes file into project. You could choose both of them, but better to just choose this one, and then click finish. This module, as you could see, has been added here, but you should apply some changes to these two created module in order to contain the last one, the main module of your project. So I'm going to tell you what are the required changes that you have to apply to be able to understand this module inside of them as a sub-module. Okay, I paused the video and applied the required changes. I will explain them to you. But as you could see here, the BRAM control now is the topest module, and then and the BRAM controller with a 00 index, and finally, as you could see, the RAM read write is the subs module of the others. So if you go to the different code, you could see what changes I have applied in order to this happen, to make this RAM read write as a submodule. For example, the first change that I have to apply, the first modification, is to instantiation of the RAM read write module in the code. As you could see, if you go down the S00 code, you could see that there is a part that is highlighted with add user logic here. In this part, you have to instantiate the RAM read write and then port map the different I/O ports with the equivalent signals in the module of S00. For example, clock should be mapping to all clock, XI clock, and then reset to XI or reset and D in, D out, and the others. Please check it later after the video has been finished. Another modification that you have to apply in this 00 Verilog code, if you go to the first of the code, you could see that there is a part that is highlighted with users to add ports here, and you should choose different input output that are related, for example, to DA in, DA out, enable, write enable, and reset, address, and interrupt, those signals that are defined in the RAM read write module. We also have to modify the code, the main code, the TOPS module, BRAM Controller version 1. And as you could see, there's also another part here, users to add ports here. And then you should choose another name or the same name, but here, for example, it has chosen R data, W data, and enable, write enable, and others. And then you have to port map these new defined ports to the ports of S00. If you go down, you could see that the S00 module has been instantiated here in this Verilog code. And as you could see, the DA in of that S00 should be port mapped to R data, the new port that has been defined in this module, DA out to W data, and then enable to enable, write enable, reset and address, and the others. In the next step, you should go to the package IP because all the modification has been completed now. As you could see, some of them are checked, but some others not. Go to each of them, for example, file group, and choose merge changes from file groups wizard. And then to, as you could see, it has been checked. Customization parameter, again, merge changes from customization parameter wizard. Important interfaces. Here, I want to add a new interface. So I will go to add BIOS interface. Okay, after choosing add interface, this page will be pop up, and you have to choose a name for the interface. We will choose BRAM port, and then the interface definition should be BRAM. So I will go to this part and then search for the BRAM, and as you could see, I could choose the BRAM RTL here. We could also choose display name and some description. I will skip these two steps. In the next step, okay, we will go to the port mapping here. And then we should choose the port interfaces of our logic and the physical ports, and then port map each of them together. Okay, so I will choose this one and I will port map them together, and DA in, write data, map them together, write enable, again, address here, clock, reset, and then interrupt. Oh, we don't have interrupt here. Okay, no problem. And finally, I will choose OK. As you could see, BRAM port interface has been created here. And in the last step, I will go to review and package IP and then choose repackage IP. Do you want to close the project? If you are completely sure that you have done all the steps, you could choose yes. Otherwise, you will choose no and then go to continue editing the IP project. After creating IP has been completed, the project as you have chosen has been closed, and then whenever you want to add that IP in any project, you should go to the setting and to the IP repository and add the path of that repository to your project. For example, here in this project, it is in the Vivado project IP repo PL BRAM control version 1. And then if you add this, whenever you create block design, you should first apply these changes by clicking the OK. And if you create block design, for example, with the name of design 1, in the diagram environment, as you could see, if you choose that IP and then just PL, as you could see, the created IP is here, and by clicking on that, you could add it here with BRAM port and interrupt port that are separated from each other, and different inputs that has been defined is available here and could be used in your project.